MMA, the season that never ends. All begins with MMA Lockup.
Welcome back to MMA Lockup, folks. I'm your host, Jeremy Hurtt. Make sure and check out our website, MMALockup.com. Also, Facebook and Twitter at MMA Lockup. On the line, we've got a contestant in the upcoming UFC 168. He'll be fighting Travis Browne. I'm talking about heavyweight Josh Barnett. Josh, how you doing, brother?
Doing fantastic.
You got a big fight coming up. Tell me, how's everything in camp for this fight? Are you feeling healthy, prepared, ready to go, ready to fight Travis Browne?
Yeah, feeling great. Camp has been well. I've got a lot of good work in, and I feel good going into this.
You know, Josh, you've been fighting since '97. You started in the UFC in 2000, won the UFC heavyweight belt in 2002. You're accomplished in the UFC, accomplished in Pride, accomplished in Strikeforce, accomplished in Pancrase. It's hard to imagine anything you haven't seen in a cage by this point. Do you feel that your experience will be a big factor in how this fight with Travis Browne, how that fight unfolds?
I don't think I'll run into anybody with more experience than me for the rest of my career. So it's always going to be a factor. It's always something that I can walk into the ring knowing that it's in my favor.
Absolutely. Like you said, been doing it for a long time. You fought guys like Crow Cop, Pedro Hizzo, Mark Hunt. The list goes on and on. Sergey Karatanov, big power guys. Obviously, that's something that Travis Browne brings to every fight he's in. He's a big guy, 6'7", got a lot of power, a lot of athleticism. How ready are you for what he brings? What are you going to do in this fight to take and keep the advantage and sort of neutralize the skill set that Travis Browne brings?
My general overall strategy is to hit him and not let him hit me.
That's generally a pretty good strategy.
That's pretty much it.
It usually works out pretty well.
I think it's pretty sound.
I think if you look back, you could probably do some sort of math on that. I would imagine science probably would bear that one out.
I think science would back it 100%.
With the exception of the Cormier fight, you've been really dominant in this kind of career resurgence you're going through. Really, you left Pride, did Affliction, a couple other little promotions. Was there anything you learned from your loss specifically to Cormier and from all that time over the last several years as you've kind of, because again, you were a big star back in the day and you've really never gone away, but you there was kind of a resurgence there. Is there something you've learned maybe between that loss and between the things you've done over the last few years that have maybe rounded off edges, made you a little more complete as a fighter, as a competitor?
I learned from every experience, whether it's a win or a loss, being in the gym, training. It's all about constant growth. And if you're not able to push yourself along and evolve with every experience as a fighter, then I just feel that you're not really paying attention.
That's something you're known for. You're obviously well known for your vast your range of skills. You have a lot of different tools in the belt there. Evolution is definitely something we've seen from Josh Barnett over the years. With this fight, where do you think? I know you said you plan to hit him again. I think we've verified that that's probably a good idea. Where do you think you have the biggest advantage in this fight? And is there somewhere like maybe, I don't want to say you're at a disadvantage, but maybe it's not your best avenue to victory, I guess you'd say?
No, don't worry about it. The only thing I can't do is allow someone to put the fight at their pace, give them control of it, and have them fight at their own rhythm.
I don't want to kind of put, obviously, every fight's a challenge and everything is its own individual thing. Do you see Travis Browne as kind of a unique challenge as far as what you've been through before? Do you feel like he doesn't really bring, obviously, you've seen a little bit of everything. Do you feel like he doesn't necessarily bring anything too different from what you've been against in the past? There's
nothing new that I haven't seen from Travis Browne. Not as something I've experienced in the ring as a fight or even in training. So I've been around this sport way too long. Nothing new. I've fought better kickboxers, better grapplers, better individuals, but I'm fighting Travis, and he's a tough fighter, and I can't think of it any way other than just to go out there and start mixing it up with them and adapting as we go.
Have you brought anybody in as far as to help you train for? I know he's 6'7", real athletic. Is there anybody kind of mimicking that challenge that he provides for you in your camp?
Well, one of my regular sparring partners is a guy named Jack May, and he's 6'8" and 270. So that's easy enough to find. And then I work with Jamal Abdullah at the Henry Tillman Boxing Club, and they have a whole slew of heavyweight, mostly undefeated tall boxers, and I go and I box with them.
Right. You're a big personality guy, Josh. Like lots of love in this sport. you've been in it for so long. Like you said, you had a title at 2002 in the UFC. So you've been doing this for a long time. You're fairly well known. I think that you probably got a whole other level of popularity in front of you, especially you win this fight. You look forward, there are other challenges out there, possibly Verdum, possibly eventually Velasquez. Is this something the sport? You're still a relatively young guy. You're barely older than I am, so I'm going to say that that's still young. Is this something you want to do till you're 80? I mean, is this something you see in the bigger picture? Where are you at on that career arc, do you think?
I believe that I'm going to see this through as far as I possibly can, because you only get to do it for so long, and then it's over with.
Josh, it was fantastic talking to you. I appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule. I know you're real busy and getting ready for this fight. Really appreciate it, and you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
Josh Barnett, UFC heavyweight contender. Folks, check out the website. It's MMALockup.com. Also, follow us on Facebook and Twitter at MMALockup. Don't go anywhere. We got more to come when we get back.
Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling